What's up, y'all? So today I'm just going to propagate into the realm, as always, with a little bit of crazy talk to boot. So just go with it. Now, what do we have to talk about? Well, there's a specific topic in particular I would like to talk about. Only because someone has been talking about the Anunnaki and pretty much saying their interpretations of who these folks were. So, with that, I will say that most people believe that these individuals were deities, gods among men, among humans.
From the Epic of Gilgamesh to the many references of them in other cultures, the mystery of the Anunnaki is becoming more clear. To Western eyes, their ways are strange. Over hundreds of years they have been called gods and angels, and now in our modern age many see them as aliens visiting Earth and bringing great knowledge. The truth of their real origin and purpose is much more bizarre.
And some believe that they were just technologically more advanced. Well, it's a mixture of the two. Once you get to the actual crux of it, though, you surpass technology, you surpass all that nonsense that people gravitate to when they think three-dimensionally. But these individuals were recreations of other entities from a different time, or a different period, rather, long before this universe ever existed. And only a very select few will recall what that was like. Anunnaki being one of them, Anlil being another. But most people, when they think of these two individuals, they get a very misconstrued understanding of who these people were, and sometimes can get these individuals confused. Now, as for Enlil, people think that Enlil was evil. He was the great destroyer, the great killer. He dropped a rock on us and flooded the world because we were noisy. Noisy. No, that could not be further from the case. Well, the individuals before the flood, they grew big heads. They grew to a more egotistical standpoint when it comes to understanding where they are. We're technologically advanced now. What need do we have for you? Oh, really? We can fight you. Oh, we don't think you have our best interest at heart. Well, seeing that Anlil was one of the primordial forms of this universe, this realm, your best interest is their interest. So what they were perceiving at that time was sacrilege, was almost on par with the Ajiji, and even with strong opposition from people such as Enlil. The realm had to be cleansed. So,
after the flood, a natural catastrophe, and not a punishment from God, but one that Enlil knew how to use, to try, without success, to exterminate the aberration generated by original sin, which, incidentally, is nothing more than the genetic experience that occurred in the past. There was a shift in the social behavior pattern between the Anunnaki and the terrestrials. Man was no longer a slave, but from then on, he played a supporting role in the construction of the history of the world. Sumeria, Egypt, India, and China all appeared. Empires rose and fell, and here we are.
I will take that burden of blame, the burden of responsibility, because someone has to. This society is following the same fever pitch. We know more, we have technology, we can defeat any opposition, when in all honesty, you have no earthly idea where you find yourselves. You don't know anything about power, energy, spirituality. You know nothing. And yet you have individuals who are sitting up here, literally, and I am also in that category, just pretending, watching, looking, and our patience is wearing quite thin. Well, I know mine's is. But that's because the three-dimensional side, the thought pattern known as MiKa'El, still exists. I still see the world the way I used to. And it's getting worse. You say Anlil is evil? Have you seen your society? And you talk about who is good and who is evil. Your governmental structures kill people, hundreds of thousands, if not millions.
European colonization of the Americas fundamentally changed the lives and cultures of the resident indigenous people whose population were diminished drastically.
Over the course of 300 years, complete genocide of an entire indigenous population. And you want to say Enlil was evil. I think your definition of evil might be a little misconstrued, might be a little backwards, so to speak. So you might want to get that fixed or checked out. So, what should I say about the Anunnaki? Well, Anlil brought an entire volcano down on himself, starting his reincarnation process. Now we're here. Is that crazy talk? Oh, you better believe it.
That is the most illogical line of reasoning. You better believe it.
Why were certain people chosen? Not only were certain people chosen to be vessels, but certain people were chosen for specific purposes, for specific jobs. And only those individuals will know what that is. Myself, I'm a creator and a destroyer deity. But really, you have to worry about what we need to do to facilitate this planet moving forward with its transition. You don't know about the transitioning taking place. Well, you should, because of all the weather changes, because of all the animals who are dying off. You do realize that humans and man, are probably by far one of the last species on this planet that will perish. And I don't say that to say, oh, you're about to be completely destroyed. You will be restructured, you will be re-rendered, and you will come back to this realm.
Where's Caleb? Caleb's safe.
All we can say is what we've been repeating all morning. Get to any kind of underground shelter. Satellite could... So far, that's up. That's your bomb.
This isn't the end, son.
I know.
So, with that being said, you really have to realize truly and deeply where you are, who you are surrounded by, and what is taking place. Now, as for these earthquakes, they will continue. The solar flares, that only gets brought about for a specific timing and reasonings. So that's going to fluctuate. But the earthquakes, they will be there. And as for the shell that surrounds our solar system, there's a lot of cracks in it. The sun is fluctuating. And our star isn't the only entity that has a direct effect on the Oort cloud or the solar system in general. You have other planets out there in our solar system that affects what goes on in this realm. And so you have to be aware of what is taking place. You have to be aware of everything. People around you have changed. They are not the same people. And that's due to direct intervention by certain governmental actors, and as a result of people ascending, transitioning to being more. We are in a new era. And as much as it pains me to say we will never go back to the old era, except until after the reset, I find it hard, and I'm gonna speak honestly with y'all. I find it hard to talk on here any longer because I really don't care. I don't care to spread the word or spread the message because the message is already out there. It's begun. I just want to prepare myself and live out the rest of this experience with good memories. Because I have a job to do. And once I begin, and once I actually stop playing the role and actually start doing my job.
Gyatso.
Hey, Aang, you find my dinner yet? Aang, I wasn't really gonna eat the lemur. Oh, man. Come on, Aang. Everything will be all right. Let's get out of here.
Send word to the Fire Lord immediately. The Avatar has returned.
Aang, come on! Snap out of it! Ah!
What happened?
Firebenders killed Gyatso!
Oh no! It's his Avatar spirit! I'm gonna try and calm him down!
Well, do it before he blows us off the mountain!
I won't be the same person anymore. I will be somebody completely different. And as crazy as that sounds, a lot of you will go through the same. That's just the way it is. So we have to go with it. Now, the story of the Anunnaki is where I started with, and I will end with that because I didn't really want to make this video too long. And as much as I would love to talk about the family, because we think of things three-dimensionally with blood and stuff, and that's not how this realm actually operates. But I mean, we'll go with it. Mother was the beginning phases of this, the overall essence that surrounds us. She created the one. And from that one, a second form was created. So that was two. And then from those two, made three. And then from those three, made two others, which made five. And then from there we went. A far older civilization that no one will ever have books or read about in this realm, at least in this time period. You will never know about them, either than hearing about them from myself, Anunnaki, or Anana. But this is it. I hope you are prepared. I hope you folks are high vibrational, doing a good job, trying to help people out, doing your very best to just experience life and all its pitfalls and all its hardships and all its happy moments, just experiencing it. Now, I hope that my didn't get me too off topic, but if it did, my apologies. A lot of this stuff really shouldn't be said to the masses because it pushes the narration. Like, it literally pushes it. So, maybe I'm a glutton for simpler times, and maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, but you people really have to wake up. And the only reason I say you really have to wake up because time is on our side. Yes, it is. And if you don't know where that's from, here you go.
Yes, it is. Time is on my side. Hey, pal. Wake up, Hobbs. I'm not that easy to kill. When my host dies and I move his spirit, no man can resist me.
It's me you want, isn't it? Why don't you just kill me, huh?
But I'm still having fun. Aren't you still having fun?
So, with that, I hope that you are living a great life. And if you're not, take solace that experience, albeit a rough one, is going to get you to a point where you ascend, where you become more. And it might not seem like that now, but it will happen. The hardships are what make us stronger. So, with that, a smile on and positive vibes your way. For the light workers, keep doing your thing. For the chosen, stay on mission. And for those who know, let's get it.